Hey, it's Richie and Wes.
He's Richie.
And he's Wes.
And this is our show. Is that a two-engine plane flying?
Literally.
Right now?
Just
like,
out of...
That did not sound like a helicopter, though. That legit sounded like a crop duster flying overhead in the
It's happening
middle
again.
of Los Angeles. Okay, now that's a helicopter.
Something's going on in the area. Because, yeah, we had to detour twice because they were blocking off streets for something. So I don't know who killed someone or what happened, but we're still here.
They're circling the block.
Right? I'm like, what have you been up to since I've been away?
Oh, God. There's always something going on outside my window.
Literally.
This was happening to me, except the countrified version in Mexico, every night. Not helicopters.
What the hell was going on at the ranch?
Not helicopters.
Oh, I'm like, what? It's far out there.
But the ranch version, coyotes.
Oh, shit.
And when I say...
Were they yipping or howling?
Oh, when I say...
Or everything.
When I say there were coyotes, it sounded like the most terrifying gang of dogs you've ever heard in your life. Like they're in like a frenzy. Like howling and yipping and...
All the above.
All of the above. And then it would get to like a fever pitch and then stop. Like up, yip, and all these dogs, and it sounds like there's like 100 fucking dogs, and then...
What the fuck?
Nothing.
Were they like ganging up on like one of them?
Yes, that's how they kill stuff. I guess they surround it and confuse the shit out of it, and then
Jesus.
I would die of a heart attack if I was that rabbit, first of all.
Well, that's the point, I guess.
I guess so. They don't have to like bite it. Just like give it anxiety.
Jesus.
So yeah, God, there's just always something going on outside the window. I can't escape it. No matter where.
There's literally a helicopter hovering above us right now.
Yeah.
And also your upstairs neighbors are doing the fucking river dance or some bullshit right now.
Anyone that has upstairs neighbors, I'm telling you.
At least they're not fucking. Although that would be a lot shorter,
yes.
As you told me plenty of times before, than the helicopters that have been hovering around for minutes now.
It's usually a very brief experience when the upstairs neighbors are having sex. By the time you're like, is that? Oh, it's over. Yeah.
Feels so good to be back.
Same us.
Same us. New Year, same us.
Oh my God. Well... You know, sometimes the best way to shade is when two celebrities or two famous people are shading each other.
Oh, God. I would normally have a good guess, but as of today, I don't know who.
Oh, this is my favorite thing.
Because there are a few.
This is my favorite thing.
There are a few going at it right now.
Ooh, we are starting the new year off right in the world of shady celebrities.
Is it Cat Williams or is it Jimmy Kimmel?
It's Jimmy Kimmel.
Okay.
Because this one I thought was like a very...
You saw the Cat Williams situation, right?
Yeah.
We'll get into that later. I was all, what two obvious guesses are there? Because...
I just didn't realize that Jimmy Kimmel was really going to go for the jugular like that. When
I was here for it.
Yeah, apparently. So if you didn't see it on Twitter or Threads or
whatever social media that you're on,
whatever social media you're on, wherever you're getting your shit now on social media, because we're not going to news websites. Fuck that shit. Apparently, Aaron Rodgers, who is the New York Jets quarterback, or wasn't a New York Jets quarterback, has said that Jimmy Kimmel is like one of those, Epstein liberals, blah, 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 like making accusations about him, like being a pedophile. You know how they just love to throw pedophile and groomer around about everybody they disagree with. And Jimmy Kimmel literally just started his tirade with "Dear asshole,"
which that's my kind of petty. I love it.
It's not going to be polite after that.
No.
And basically, obviously, just dismissed everything. I loved how clearly he was just like, this is just like, what did he say? You will not find my name on any list other than the clearly phony nonsense that soft-brained wackos like yourself can't seem to distinguish from reality. We've talked about Jimmy Kimmel many times on this show.
Yes, we have.
But I'm Team Jimmy on this one.
So am I.
100%.
That was petty, and I loved it.
Oh, I'm here for it.
I love some rich people shade.
It seemed like he had a team of writers who put it together for him, as probably everything else that he does. But
fire your team. I would have composed that tweet. Have you seen my timeline?
So you keep getting banned on Twitter.
Don't you jinx me this year.
I know you're a blue check now.
I've been good now. I've been so good.
No, now that behavior is rewarded.
I know.
Now that you're a blue check.
Now I just go viral every week. I get a check for it every month. It's great.
Richie Rich is out here getting paid.
No, I'm getting paid
on
for
Twitter.
This I used to get fucking suspended for. I do watch my words now, though, and who I come for. I will say. Now I just stick on the more comedic side of things. I don't really go too hard on anyone.
Oh my god.
With words that'll trigger the algorithm.
Well, I mean, that was just bloody.
Well, speaking of bloody,
Aaron Rodgers will not be going on the late night circuit anytime soon.
No, someone said fuck up his other knee as well. I guess he has a knee injury, so.
Somebody called.
Oh my god! Speaking of legs, did you see that Britney Spears' father lost his?
What?
You were in Mexico. Oh yes, he had complications from fucking something, and he had to get his leg amputated.
Oh, you are being literal.
Literal.
I thought you meant like his legs in court.
No. I mean that's gonna happen, but.
Oh my god, that's. I mean.
Oh, Britney Twitter went crazy. It was hilarious. Someone's like, "Well, he never stood up for his daughter, so he can't stand up for his daughter." I'm like, "Oh man." I will say I laughed. He's a horrible person.
He truly is.
But I'm also very non-ableist, so I was very conflicted with my laughter. God. So I was just like,
that brought up something that was living in my chest.
Yes, wow. Same. I was all, I want to laugh, but damn, I don't want to.
I had to step that demon back down.
Yeah. He don't got a leg right now.
Wow, I really thought that was
he don't got a leg to stand on.
Metaphor.
No, that happened. Something else that happened is that Britney has revealed that she is never returning to the music industry ever again. After Page 6 has been running with these articles the last 3-4 days, saying that she's teaming up with Charlie XCX and with I forgot her name is Julia, and I can't remember what her last name is, but she's like a big writer that has actually worked with Britney before. They were like, yeah, for her new album, like she's gonna do it.
Page 6 just making shit
right,
up.
And she's been recording secretly, blah 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 blah. And so she came out today and she said, I don't know where these are coming from. She's like, this news is trash. They're saying these poor girls. They're saying that I've been meeting up with random people to do my next album. She's like, I'm done with the music industry. If I do write, I write for fun. Or I write for other people. She's like, what people don't know is that I've actually ghostwritten 20 tracks over the last couple of years for people.
What?
And that's how I get my outlet now.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yes.
For her.
So she's like, this is basically just fake news. I have been writing.
That is kind of the Page 6.
Exactly.
MO,
That's their
and always has
the Daily Mail, the Shade Room.
Since forever. Someone just like makes up a rumor and they put it in their fucking column.
Yeah.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I'm not surprised by this.
I'm gearing up for this Housewives.
Oh, no. I'm just going to say I'm not surprised about the Britney thing whatsoever. I don't expect her to return to music. I feel like that's... As a fan of Britney, it was the era. That's great. I'd honestly rather see her just be happy and be herself. And also, rather than like keep trying and trying and trying forever and ever and ever. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm sure she'd always be successful and have the bops and stuff like that. Like Cher just came out with an awesome Christmas album. Like, don't get me wrong.
Kylie's still going.
But she doesn't want to do it.
That's my thing. And I
like,
said
why drag it out for the rest of her life?
I was like, how many? I'm like, I need people to understand that just because someone's a celebrity, it is a job.
She doesn't want to do it.
And just because you had a dream at 8 years old,
thank you,
or in your teenage years, and just because you were extremely successful, which, mind you, she's an icon. Don't get me wrong. I mean, she's broken records that some other people cannot ever touch.
Right.
Does not mean that the same passion's gonna be there 20, 30 years later. People change careers all the time.
Yeah.
Just because you want someone to keep doing something doesn't mean that they want to, which is why you have a lot of people.
And for what? Like, you can't go back and, like, touch any of Britney's stitches all on fire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, no matter, like,
up
no matter
until the last fucking album, which, what a way to go out. The Glory album was amazing.
Glory was great, yeah.
It's not like she fizzled out and, like, was just releasing whatever just to try to stay in the public eye and stay relevant. It's like, that was a great way to go out. She had control over it.
Yeah.
Good for her.
It was a very pretty album.
Yes.
That was very
there you go.
Interesting. Yeah. And I think anything now would just be compared to that, and everyone would be trying to see how it charts or how many downloads or streams it get. You know what I mean? Like, it's also a very different era now, because when she really first came out all those years ago, people still actually went out and bought physical copies.
There was no streaming. There was no, like, no.
So just
there were no gimmicks. There were no concert packages to buy my album.
It was, and, you know.
Let her do what the fuck she wants to do. Even after her father sold all that goddamn money and they're still trying to fucking recover it, she still has a $60 fucking million. She's fine.
Oh, sure. Just put another perfume.
Come on.
Yeah.
Like, I follow, like, this site called, I think, like, Britney Fashions. She buys her shit from fucking Target, Shein, like the rest of us. She's not going broke anytime soon. She still has all her fucking residuals. That perfume money is still selling. It's not running out. She can chill and do whatever and she wants to come back later on. That's one thing.
Oh, sure, but if it's her choice.
But I mean, people get tired of things.
Yeah,
and good for her. Yeah, she shut that down real quick.
No,
she's like, this isn't true. She's like, what you don't know is that I've been ghostwriting forever. Like, and good for her.
Good for her. All right, what is this Housewives drama that you're busting at the seams to reveal?
Oh my God. Okay, so, you know, I'm the Housewives aficionado here. Wes is not. But
I know some of them.
Yeah. I admittedly am not a huge Salt Lake City fan. I've watched like a season or...
I don't know. Yeah.
I've watched a season or two. And it's entertaining enough, but it's like, I'm like a Beverly Hills. I'm an Atlanta guy. You know, I'm a Potomac man. Those are my top three. So they brought on this new girl this season named Monica, who actually, because of her personality on social media, I was like, she seems cute and fun. Like, I'm gonna follow her on Twitter. She had like 1,000 followers. Even now, she only has 10,000 followers. I have nobody followers that like have fucking way more than that. And she followed me back. And we've conversed. She seems like a fun girl.
Cute.
She's like a cute little like breath of fresh air on the show.
Yeah.
People are trying to like drag her because like she's not as rich as the other housewives and blah 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 blah. But like she was real. She's like, she broke down saying, she's like, you know, like I want to make myself feel like a part of this group and feel like, you know, worthy of things like that I've done. You know, and I bought this like Gucci purse. And like she started tearing up about it. I'm like, that's relatable. Somebody that didn't come from anything, you know, like that can be a milestone for someone. She seemed like the girl next door that like you like have tequila shots with and dance, which she can dance really well, mind you.
Okay.
Well, but she came in like a fireball. So this is also the franchise with Jen Shaw that is still now in prison for defrauding those elderly people. This bitch episode like 3
criminals on this show.
Yes. This bitch episode 3 was like, yeah, I used to work for Jen, and actually that's how I became an informant for the FBI. Because I was part of her crew, And I noticed that shit just wasn't adding up. And also, she was abusing us. And there was video of Jen cursing out and throwing things at her staff, like in her home. All of these things.
God.
And she was just like, she's a piece of shit. I don't like her. And yeah, I fucking sold her out. I don't care. I'm all, bitch, I stand.
Girl.
Yes. Love it. Good.
It took her place on the show.
Literally took her spot on the show after selling this bitch out and sending her to jail. Well, last night was the finale.
Oh, God.
And oh my God, the bombshell that was dropped. There's this lady named Heather Gay that owns like a med spa, like over there in fucking Utah. And like all the girls, except for one other girl, has been on the show since the beginning. So it's not like the other Housewives shows where like they're also in like season 4, so they're still new.
So they're kind of all
now all the Housewives they've been like 10, 13 years. So you have
they've traded out
like maybe one person or 2 people that have been there since the beginning. Most of these girls have been there since the beginning. Whether they love or hate each other, there's always that bond.
Yeah.
Well, Heather found out some shit about Monica, which I'm still Team Monica. There was a Housewives trolling site that Heather found out was ran by Monica.
Yeah, she's Gossip Girl.
By Heather's fucking... That's funny. She actually brought up that fucking show in her confessional last night. That was brought up by Heather's hairdresser, actually, who used to be Monica's best friend and also worked for Jen.
Okay, wow.
So this is brought up at a dinner. Heather rallies the girls up and is like, look, I found out some damaging information about Monica. She's not our friend. She's actually the one who's behind this Instagram page that has been dragging us for 4 years now. And I'm going to confront her at dinner about it. And I need you guys to have my back.
Oh my God.
You would normally think that this would be a gang up.
Right.
And, someone would just like deny. They brought it up at the dinner table. And Monica said, okay, first of all, you're not entirely wrong. She said, I was a part of this site, 100%. She's all, but there were other people involved. It was a joint effort, including your hairdresser, because it started off as a way to drag Jen down.
Oh, I see. I could see that, though. That makes sense.
Same. You're abused by your employer. You want to get revenge. Drag her down. She's doing shady shit to the fucking elderly people and fucking defrauding them.
Yeah.
Monica was the one who released the video that popped up 3 years ago of Jen abusing her staff and throwing things at them in the living room. It was this whole unraveling. Monica never really denied it. She said, you're wrong, but not really. Yeah, I was a part of it. She's all, but as far as like you guys, I didn't do any of that stuff. That was a lot of other people. And in her confessional...
The hairdresser!
In the confessional, she said... she's like, I knew at some point this would get out. She's like, even Gossip Girl can't say Gossip Girl forever. She's like, but from my standpoint, all I was doing was trying to take down Jen because she's a fucking horrible fucking human being, which we all know now she's still in fucking federal prison.
Oh.
And she's all, and this fucking group of fucking fake ass bitches are really upset about this versus their friend who defrauded the elderly. She's all, bitch, bye.
Yeah,
So she admitted to being a part of this troll account. They're like, we can't trust you. You don't belong at this table. And then she went off. She was like, first of all, she's all, every single one of you guys were basically fans of this fucking thing because whenever I say something about the other one and I have screenshots, you guys were liking, DMing this. Yeah. She's like, so please don't act innocent. Just because
everything you do online, girl, will follow you to the end of time.
She was like, I'm sorry. I saw all you guys DM the page. I saw you get, because we all had access to the page. You guys were liking things that we were posting. Don't try to act so flabbergasted now just because you know who's behind it.
Oops.
She called off one of the other girls, Heather.
Y'all
Lisa
better create
Barlow.
burner accounts when you're sending shit to people.
She called out one of the ladies. She was all, I can't believe you. And you were doing drive-bys by Jen's house. She's all, you fucking stupid bitch. I worked for her. Why did I fucking have to do a drive-by by her house? I was with her all the fucking time. That makes no fucking sense. She's all, not only that, she's all, you fucking old leather-faced Trump-supporting ass fucking bitch. Shut your fucking mouth or I'll fucking sue you. I was all, yes!
Damn.
And this was her first season on the show.
She's probably not going anywhere.
No!
Keep her around for some drama.
I'm like, Housewives Twitter has infiltrated actual Housewives.
Wow.
I have to stand. I'm sorry, but...
The call is coming from inside the
I was
house.
all, yes! I'm loving her, and I loved this fucking best finale in Housewives history.
I know we obviously openly troll people on the show every week and through our social medias, but have you ever done anything anonymously online?
Never.
No.
I'm too lazy.
It's too much work.
It is. I just say my shit and get banned off of platforms. I want you to know where it's coming from. I want the face, because my thing is I hate people who want to talk all big and bad about shit. Mm-hmm. Not only towards me, that I don't really give a shit about. People want to be like racist or homophobic or misogynistic, and it's always the fucking profiles without a fucking picture.
Right.
Always someone where you can't really call them out. Always someone behind a burner account. It's like... I'm like Monica. I'm going to tell you to your fucking face. I mean, yeah, she was behind this account, but I mean, I don't have the time for it. I'm going to say what I want to say. You're going to know exactly where it's coming from.
Yeah.
And what I said is what I said, and I'm not taking it back. That's just how I roll in real life and online. Like, that's what you see is what you get.
So, a group of friends of mine and I used to run a Tumblr.
Not you being Monica Garcia.
That we legit thought we were just being silly and funny. But it was called I Heard He's Gay or something like that. And we would just take all of the ridiculous rumors about people hooking up or the photos or because that's how Just Jared got
100%
popular was just even insinuating that Chase Crawford, it wasn't a Chase Crawford and JC Shazza,
something like that,
pictures of them coming on. They literally were just hanging out at the same pool party or something, shit like that. So we thought that was dumb and funny because you have to they had to write on the photos to even show you who was who, and someone's cabana was next to somebody else's cabana. We're like, this is
they're at a fucking restaurant, different tables. They're on a date, but they're trying to hide it.
You're like, okay. How are they on a date at different booths?
Literally.
At the same restaurant. So we would just combine, do things like that. And then that was always kind of the thing, though, was you could only control what you posted.
Yeah.
And then, a couple of them ended up being true. The Wentworth Miller thing ended up being true. And I had used this very provocative photo of Wentworth Miller, bent over with, his ass in the air.
Oh, my God.
And I realized, we were actually contributing to the rumor mill of, this whole thing. Yeah. And putting, pressure on people because there was he ended up coming out because of all that, not because of our website in particular, but just because of
everything.
So we very quickly disbanded the website. It was a short-lived social experiment.
Monica and her friends were just trying to take down their boss at first.
That I could see. Yeah, ours was supposed to be just
and she
stupid,
said that, but then she also did admit she was and I'm sorry, but the rest of these women were, collateral damage, unfortunately. Which again, you fucking defrauded fucking elderly people, so whatever. And she didn't actually know these women before.
I had forgotten
so who
all
cares?
about that whole thing, honestly. Although I'm glad she's still in jail.
Yeah, she is.
Oh my god. Do you know who deserves to be in jail? No, just kidding. Actually, yes. Yes, they deserve to be in jail. These weirdo AI celebrity porn creators. Have you seen these videos? Because you know,
oh my
how
god,
now
yes.
you can do deepfakes and it truly looks like
It's
anybody
creepy.
for real.
Yes.
And you can't tell the difference sometimes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, now they're doing that with porn. And they're putting people who obviously are not consenting to the use of their image into, you know, sexual scenarios with, you know, especially like the whole, I don't know, just feel especially weird when it's someone who at least says they identify as straight.
Yeah.
And then putting them into like a gay scenario or something.
Yeah.
Obviously, 0 scenarios are appropriate because, again, it's the use of their image without their permission.
Yeah.
What a weird creepery thing to do to make porn of.
Right?
Like, there's a lot of stuff out there. Like, there's like Simpsons porn, and there's like all sorts of
Oh, yeah, there's
stuff.
all
And, like,
kinds
you
of
know,
shit.
that's animated. You can let your imagination
Yeah,
run
but
wild, I
real
guess.
people, when you're like,
But
it's weird.
that is just rude. Find a porn star lookalike and just come on. It's not that hard.
It's really
just
not.
Weird to me. It's just so. Yeah. Find them, FBI.
Right.
Find them.
You're done with Jen Shaw now, so just please find them and lock them up as well. Same prison.
It's not appropriate. Ew.
No.
Just like, it really bothers me, or like, you know what else really bothers me is when the use of like fame and like celebrity skin is what's used to like drive a project or to drive what I'm thinking of right now is Saltburn.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of like nudity and like he's masturbating in the bathtub and like there's all this stuff. You see his penis and like blah, blah, blah. Which, by the way, you have to watch an entire 2-hour movie.
Yes, to finally see the dick. That's why I just
watch the clip online.
This is
first of all. The movie is, I don't want to say it's incoherent, but the movie is like a big question mark as to why.
Yes.
Like, why? Ooh, you're so provocative. Just stop. I can't.
It's like Parasite, but not as clever.
It just, that kind of stuff bothers me. Where it's
will say,
if it's worthy of being in there and it has something to do with the story, then that's fine. But when it just seems like there's a bunch of imagery in there, just to like, drive that curiosity of seeing someone like fuck a grave, like go away.
Yeah.
No.
So, I mean, in my head, what I thought was going to happen, I think is far more interesting, actually, than what did happen. Again, it reminded me of Parasite. I did see where things were kind of going.
Yeah.
But I just thought, and spoiler alert, if you don't want
I know, we
be spoiled.
So much away, sorry.
Not really. If you don't want to know what happens,
look, if you haven't seen it by now, you don't want to see it.
Exactly. Okay, so like I figured he wanted to get what this guy had.
Sure.
By any means necessary. I did not know that he was just going to kill everybody.
I thought there were definitely some interesting themes, but yeah, I felt the whole thing was a little overhanded. With him,
but what I thought was going to happen,
masterminding the whole thing, and
what I thought was going to happen was this. I thought there was quite honestly going to be a vampire twist.
What?
Okay, so he did make a line about being a vampire when the girl was on her period and he was eating her out and fed her own blood or whatever. But also,
that scene was unnecessary.
He had this, like, what do they call it when fucking a vampire? Is it valor when they, like, seduce you?
Okay.
There's a term.
Yeah.
Okay, so for this guy to be an outcast, brought into this mansion, whenever he was around someone, because
He would charm them. That's true.
and to an extreme to where it was like they almost were just kind of transfixed and went along with whatever he was doing, which normal people with this amount of wealth and access to it would be like, get the fuck away from him. What the fuck you doing, you fucking weirdo? Like, I mean, literally, I would do that. And I don't have fucking wealth. But, or any kind of power outside of work.
Oh, there's that demon in my chest again.
But I thought it was going there because they seemed so quick when he would lock eyes with them and he would say something to them to where they would kind of, you could see that their mind would kind of start changing and they go along with what he was saying. And that's where I thought it was actually going to go. Between the guys and the girls and even the mom, and when he was talking to her, it was, no one ever questioned him, which I thought was odd. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He kind of had his way once he was locking eyes with you and saying things to you, you believed it and you would succumb to it. So I legit was expecting some type of a vampiric twist to it, which I think would have made a lot more sense. And all the clues were there, as I just explained.
I mean,
that would have made a lot more interesting movie to me than what happened, and made it a lot more believable. Honestly,
yes, vampirism would have been much more believable than the story that they told.
Yes, literally. Yeah. I mean,
I just felt like the whole movie was a giant question mark.
Like, and more like, just like out of left field. It would have been more of a shock.
Yeah.
Than what we ended up getting. I enjoyed the movie, but it reminded me of Parasite. Mm-hmm. You're infiltrating this
concubine. Those themes were there for
people,
sure.
And like you want to take it over because they're a bunch of rich assholes. And
no, I just thought a lot of it was about like the imagery of it and the sexuality of it and trying to like push certain, boundaries or whatever with him drinking the bathwater.
Yeah.
It was almost like, what could they get them to do? It wasn't a plot point. It was more of a...
That also kind of brought me into the whole vampire thing because he consumed things.
Essence. Yeah.
No, he consumed his bathwater. He drank this girl's blood from her vagina with the black guy who was fucking hot, mind you.
Yeah.
When he was seducing him, he took his spit and put it on so that he was taking something from someone.
Yeah.
Every single person that he was kind of controlling, he did that.
Maybe he was a vampire. Maybe that's the element that...
I mean, they should have fucking done that. I would have been a lot more entertained. But...
Well, do you know who is not...
Give us a movie. Give us a fucking studio role. We have too many fucking good ideas on this.
I have a great vampire series idea. It's about a vampire throuple who gets together and has a monster baby. Let's go.
Hollywood.
Let's go.
Ring the fucking bell.
Oh, God. Well, you know who, I don't know, I was trying to segue into this Jodie Foster thing.
What's up with her?
Read this a while ago, and I just wrote a note of it because I am so tired of anyone in Hollywood. I get it, you're supposed to be like you're an Ivy League, actress, blah blah blah, but I just get so tired of these people talking down about superhero movies or any other type of genre.
She's another one of them now?
Yes. She was like, I'm so tired of the superhero genre. It's like, you know what? Some people don't like romantic comedies.
No.
That doesn't mean that they're lesser films.
Some people don't want a fucking crime drama all the goddamn time, Jodie Foster.
Right? Like,
talk about doing a lot of the same roles over and over and over again for the last 20 years. Let's just be honest here.
It's very snobbish, and I'm just like very sick of like elitist people who think they can determine what entertainment is for everybody else.
Yes.
And you also have to look back at the whole history of cinema and going all the way back to like the 1940s. There were movies used to be serials where you went to the movie theater every week, and I don't know what it was. You paid like a fucking penny or something like that.
Yeah.
And they made some of the first cinematic movies were about superheroes. That is Hollywood's history.
Yes.
So I just don't get it where suddenly like, ooh, you're too good for that kind of thing or whatever. Then don't watch it.
Yeah, no one's forcing you
Don't
to.
fucking watch it. I'm so tired of these people.
Like, be a Michelle Pfeiffer. Do not be a fucking Jodie Foster.
Hey, Michelle Pfeiffer would take that check, okay?
Yes! And she's done how many different kinds of roles?
Oh, that's true.
She's everywhere. She's done it all. Like,
she's done several, well, at least 2 superhero movies that I can think of.
Yeah.
She did Batman Returns and she did Ant-Man and the Wasp. Still dipping and doing it in Ant-Man and the Wasp, by the way. It wasn't just like, ooh, a damsel in distress.
Exactly.
She's like out there fighting the villains, flipping around, doing the thing, taking on the microverse or whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, I know, it just seems so bitter to me.
It's just so snobbish and just like, get over yourselves.
Don't be in one of those movies.
Don't take the roles.
Okay.
Multi-millionaire Jodie Foster, like, just...
Yeah. I don't see anyone fan casting you in anything anyway. I don't
exactly
need to worry about it.
I mean, I say the same thing about fucking music. It's annoying. It's just like, not every fucking song needs to have a deep meaning and push you, blah, blah, blah. No, sometimes you want to fucking have a song that you want to shake your ass in the goddamn club. Sometimes you want to have a song that reminds you of a breakup because you want to cry. Sometimes you want to have a song that is talking about you being self-empowered. Sometimes you want to have a song that reminds you of your parents who passed away or something. Like, there's something for everyone. And don't shit on something else because it may not be your cup of tea.
Well, music is a really big arena for snobbery because you have people who are like more into the higher forms of music, blah blah blah. So it's got to be a symphony,
of course,
and that. Or like, oh, you have like jazz people who will be no.
These people aren't real musicians. They're doing the same shit that you're doing. Yes. I get the whole thing with TikTok artists and whatnot. Like, that's annoying to me. But it's like, if someone wants to fucking sing or dance or whatever, unless they're being problematic or they're just thrown into something and you can tell that that's really not their passion, that they just want to be famous or whatever, make money, then fucking let them be.
Yeah.
Like, I always make this joke. Every generation's like, oh my god, like, music now, which is not like, I mean, and I will say this because of fucking the apps and whatnot. It's the first time that things have been accessible and people are just hopping on trends, and within a week, someone's being pushed out to do something. Before, no matter what it was, you'd have to work to get your name out there in some way, shape, or form. But it's like, these aren't real lyrics. I remember real music like the Beatles. She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. Really? What lyrics? Those are not fucking deep-ass lyrics. They were a fucking pop group.
Yeah.
They were a pop group. They were manufactured. It is what it is. Who cares? Who cares?
And at the time, people reacted to them the same way people react to the K-pop bands now.
Exactly.
Or the Swifties, the way they faint over every breath that Taylor Swift takes.
Jesus.
Like everyone, it's the exact same thing. Yeah, but no, I definitely noticed that a lot in music. Movies too, for sure. People, I think,
but music is like
there are important movies. Like, shut up.
Right. They're important to you.
Yeah. Yeah, because if something inspires you.
And half those fucking actors have come out saying that some of the movies that they've done, they did it for a fucking check. And
that's why everyone is doing it.
And I say good for fucking them.
Yes, it's a job. That's why everyone does it for the fucking money.
I also laugh how everyone's just like, oh my god, you should do for the art. I'm like, oh please. How many times has anyone been like, oh, fuck it, I'd like hop off of a car for fucking $1 million? So you wouldn't be in a movie for fucking $10 million and doing something that you really don't want to do? Let's not act so fucking above it all. Come on.
No, yeah, everyone has such a high threshold for when
it's a dream
when
to
the
do
check
something.
is not being written to them.
Exactly.
Like girl,
I could go out and fucking probably pay someone right now to fucking hop off a fucking tree for $100 right now. Let's be real here.
Yeah.
Like, you're not as high as mighty as you think you are, and you don't have that many goddamn morals as you think that you do as well. So let's just be very clear and very honest with ourselves at this point.
People's morals only apply to the current situation that they are
literally
most immediately facing.
No, they're not doing
these
this.
Like false
they're not doing
scenarios.
it for the art.
No,
let someone knock on your door with a briefcase with $10-20 million.
Not even that. They do it for $100,000.
Exactly.
They would.
Like, shut the fuck up.
Come on,
please.
it's these false scenarios you're making up in your mind that you're gonna decline. Okay,
literally,
sure.
Why we're going through a scene if your fucking Capital One cards are gonna go through for your next Uber? Like, shut up.
Well, yay.
See, I don't need a troll account. I'm just honest with whatever it is, and I will own it.
And that's why you guys love us.
Exactly.
Hello, 2024.
New Year, same us.
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening. Be sure to check out our sponsors and our show notes and save some money by using our coupon codes. Until next time,
Goodbye.
Bye.